Okay, welcome back. Last lesson we started looking at real life graphs, and we looked at conversion graphs for things like money and conversions, converting weight, and you did some work on that. Today we're going to move on to the other side of it, which is the real life graphs of distance time graphs, or sometimes called journey or time graphs. Okay, so it's basically you've got distance and you've got time on a graph, and then you've got to say what things mean. Okay, so Edward drove 80 miles from his home to London. He stopped and visited his friend Nicola on the way. Here is the distance time graph for the journey. So before we even start looking at this, okay, a couple of bits you need to know. Okay, if there's a straight line going up, so this is almost a diagonal, okay, but it's going from the low end to the high end. Okay, this means constant speed. Okay, this area means stopped. Okay, and this area here, okay, is exactly the same as that, so it's constant speed. Okay, now the stop section, okay, is always flat. It's always a horizontal line. Okay, that means that whatever it is has stopped. Okay, so how far was Edward from home when he visited Nicola? So he drove 80 miles from London. On the way he stopped. Okay, this is our stop section here. So this is the section where he stopped with his friend Nicola. Okay, so how far was Edward from home? He was, we're going to read off here, okay, and it would be 40 miles. Okay, how long did he stop for? So he stopped, if you want to draw a line down, he stopped at 10 o'clock, okay, and he carried on going, okay, halfway between 11 and 12, which would be half 11 or 11:30. So how long did he stop for? You could say 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, you could say 90 minutes. Okay, you could say 1.5 hours. Okay, 1.5 hours. Any of those would be acceptable. All right. So I'm going to turn it over. I've got another set of questions here for you. I think you can all see that now. So Ellie cycled from her home to her friend's house, and she stayed at her friend's house and then travelled home. This is part of the graph here. At what time did Ellie leave home? Okay, so she left home at the start of the graph, at the start of the line, and that's there. That's halfway between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Okay, so it would be 09:05. Okay, how far was Ellie from home while visiting her friend? So she drives from home to her friend's house, and then how do we know she stopped here? Okay, because the line is horizontal, which tells us she stopped. So she was 8 kilometers. Okay, how long did Ellie stay at her friend's house? Well, she got there at 9:20, and she left there at 9:35. So she was 15 minutes. Ellie arrived home at 9:55. Complete the distance time graph. So what are you going to do? 9:55 is there with a ruler. Okay, you're going to join that to there. Okay, and that's your line. All right. So that's distance time graphs very quickly. Okay, there's a couple of examples. I will give you a couple of questions to have a look at as well. If you have any issues with this, please let me know, because I'm sure we can sort it out quite quickly. Otherwise, have a good day, guys, okay?